Man, been with us since day one. Shout out to Denise Smith. Hit her up at Safe D Smith, not safety, but safedsmith.com, 303-343-3515. All your insurance needs.
All of it.
Home, auto, life, boat, car, Chico, booty arm, chat insurance. Gotta have chat insurance, Chico.
Chat insurance and
Gotta have chat
everything else.
insurance. Yeah.
Down
Hit
there.
her up, man. Financial planning, estate planning, all your insurance advisory stuff. 303-343-3515. Shout out to Denise Smith repping with us and sponsoring Unc and Chico live on a Sunday night as well as Thursday night. Cannot forget, when you're in trouble, first person you call, man, you call mama. You got to call Big Mama's Bail Bonding. Hit her up at 504 Big Mama. 504 Big Mama. If you can't remember Big Mama, then remember 244-6262. It is nationwide, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Financing available, credit cards accepted. She on the way, baby. Shout out to Big Mama.
24 hours. You can call Big Mama.
You know who else you can call 24 hours, Chico?
You can call Big Mama. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know who else you can call 24 hours a day?
Who that?
If you come into Boulder, Colorado, need a place to lay your head, a place to stay, call the broker, the Boulder Broker Inn. Go to theboulderbroker.com or hit them on the line at 303-444-3330. Hit this up, Chico. Peep game.
All right.
Right down the street from the stadium. Tons of restaurants right next door. Right across the street from the biggest dorm, so you know how close that is to campus. But if you call 303-444-3330 and you say, Uncle Neely told me to call, they're taking 20% off the stay. 20% off the stay, off the weekend. Come for a game, come kick it with your player partners. Stay at the beautiful Broker Inn.
Pretty dope right there.
It is.
Nice.
20% is a
setup.
mofo.
24 hours. You can call Big Mama.
I like how you pointed down.
It was right there.
Too. Yeah, how you
Right
pointed
there,
to Big Mama. Big Mama. Wait, Denise Smith. Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
You could be there. You could be there. If you slide in Chico DM or email us at UncleNeely@thepregameshow.com, get your company on board.
Simple. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. What you waiting on?
I don't know. Speaking of waiting, what you waiting on? Hit the likes. The likes is free. The sponsorships ain't free, but the likes is free. Hit the like button. Get in the chat. Let us know where you watch it from. Seeing a lot of North Carolinas. Seeing the West Coast. Cali's checking in. Seeing Duval checking in. Memphis 10. Seeing Baton Rouge checking in. Make sure you let us know where you're watching from.
Well, I would like to say this right here.
Well, I bet you won't say it.
Before we go any further, shout out to Arlie. She should be joining us a little bit later on. Unfortunately, we won't have any booty arm tonight. Chuck is on the road on assignment, as you would say, Unc. That's what you call it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're on assignment. So
Arizona, Memphis, West Virginia, New Jersey, Oakland.
I was trying to say at some point, I think, Unc, we might have an Arlie versus Chico tonight. What you think?
Yeah, she show up, you show up. I got a category.
That's what's up, man. We'll do that. We could have a guest call in tonight also. If, let's say, Arlie doesn't show up.
Oh, yeah, we're going to bring on a guest. We're going to bring on a guest to see who could beat Chico. And Chico, we got one category tonight. We ain't told, one more. Let's go one more time. Let's go one more.
It's a one-off.
Somebody said Russia in the building.
Russia in the building. Oh, no. Go ahead and get a shout out.
Dennis checking in from the lower fields.
Yeah. Patterson, New Jersey. Oh, now Dennis and Bruce. Russia for sure. The AT Eel in here.
South Haven, Mississippi's in the house. I see you, DeSoto County.
Decatur, Georgia. What do we do for you? Shout out to C. Everett. Shout out to Sabrina Blankenship. Your order will be coming to your doorstep real soon. All you have to do is just, when you order, you get an update via email that you ordered from when your package will be getting there.
Did she order all-purpose rag?
I don't think she ordered an all-purpose rag. She said,
I don't know if they realize or not. You actually send them your rag. Like it's been used and proven to be all-purpose.
We're not even gonna go there tonight. You're gone too far, Big Man. Already, Big Man.
All right, show if you hadn't shipped that rag off yet, show it. Hold it up then. If you got it. There, that rag is. It
right?
ain't shipped out yet. He got to wipe a couple
And
of
it's
sweats
moving.
with
It's
it.
moving. It's not crusty and hard. It's
You throw
moving.
that thing in the corner to stand up.
Like the hard pressed jeans. That's your uncle used to be
Wait,
pressing over
Freedom
there.
Genesis. Freedom
Freedom.
Genesis. Are you saying you received your all-purpose rag?
No. Somebody said that rag stank though. No, dog. Y'all already starting on me today. Hold up. Before y'all start on me, can we talk about the Colorado Buffaloes? Can we talk about Shador or Travis? Or can we talk about I got something to talk about. And there's probably the one thing I had ready. Canelo versus Crawford. Let us know in the chat right now who's gonna win. It's going down September 13th. That's this Saturday, and I'm glad Colorado plays on a Friday because we got two main events, one Friday and one Saturday.
Chico,
Talk to me, What you think about this?
you want to do a Canelo versus Bud? You want to do a show together?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
I'm down. We could do it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
No shit, he just messed it up.
Anyways, hey guys in the chat, people in the chat, ladies, gentlemen, who do y'all think gonna win this fight, Canelo versus Crawford? What you think about this? You a boxing fan?
Man, big, not just a boxing fan, boxing aficionado. Love
Okay.
some boxing, man. Used to travel for the matches back in my single days. You know,
Yeah. Well, break this
love
one
some
down for
boxing,
us
man.
then. What you think
Ain't
about
nothing
this
to break
fight right
down.
here?
I'm going for Crawford. I love Canelo. Don't get me wrong. I love his power. I love what he brings to the table. But just as a fan, I'm going for Bud, man.
Mm.
So I ain't got to spend a lot of scientific time. It's like if Chico was fighting somebody. Hell, I'm with Chico. Well, tell us what you like about Chico. He my guy. That's what I like about him.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Shit.
Well, Canelo 63-2. Of course, he's a legend. 63-2 in two draws.
Hmm.
Bud Crawford 41-0, 31 KOs. Canelo's 34 years old. Bud is 37 years old. 5'8", 74-inch reach versus Canelo's 5'7" and a quarter and 70.5-inch reach. Man, I think it's gonna be a good fight. They keep saying that Canelo is the bigger fighter. I think because of the weight, of course.
Hmm.
But if you look at them face to face, they look like they're about the same size. Does that
Yeah,
in
they
boxing
are,
though?
they are. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with Canelo's bigger.
okay. And
Yeah,
I was going to
Canelo's
ask you
bigger.
that. Being a boxing fan and aficionado, as you say, like, does it matter that much? That much of a difference in weight? Does it matter like the punching power? Can you really feel it that much? You know what I mean?
Now I'm not talking out of experience. I'm 20 and
Yeah,
20. I'm talking out of watching. It's almost Chico, and we're gonna get into this Colorado, Delaware, and Colorado, Houston.
for sure.
All this stuff comes down to physics, man. If you pay any attention in class, if you got something that weigh 50 pounds and you got something that weigh 30 pounds, the only way the 30 pounds is gonna move the 50 is the 30 pounds has to be moving faster, almost about a 2 times clip, because an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by equal or opposite force. That's why you wear your seatbelt in your car. Your seatbelt is that equal opposite force. It what keeps you from flying forward. Because without the seatbelt, you're in motion, you will continue to be in motion. It takes something your size or bigger or moving at the same speed or greater speed if it's lighter. Is why when your car hit a deer, yeah, your car gets damaged, but the deer go flying 50 feet because the deer don't outweigh the car.
He ain't lying. I did not know he was going to get a lesson in physics, and he really actually remembered some of those things. I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
whether I can't determine
I
whether they
didn't
were
just
right
say,
or wrong.
Chris
But
Evans
great
out there.
job.
Chris Evans out there went to governor school, but I didn't go to governor school. But not only did I take physics, I took AP physics.
Not only did I take physics, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
I stayed at the
Uh,
Broken Inn last night.
that's right. Hey, so also I want to ask this. Let me ask Chat GPT, or maybe I ask the chat out there. What does Dana White have to do with this? Because the fight is going to be on Netflix now, and big money deals. Wasn't Dana White UFC? Isn't this boxing? Like all of this is crossing over now. I think
Mm.
because of what the business. What's
Yeah,
going
it's
on?
cross promotion, man. I thought he was the promoter for it.
He's just the promoter. Okay.
I ain't say that. I said I thought.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
said I thought he was the promoter for it, which is what
mhm.
he had to do with it.
Dana White and promotional involvement is co-promoted by Dana White, Saudi Arabia's Turkey Alishinka and
Oh, that's,
Silla.
that's that's big money right there.
Yeah, that's big money right there. Damn. Representing a high-profile collaboration among UFC, Saudi Entertainment, and Netflix. Okay, nice. Two elite pound for pound icons. Okay, well,
I like how
I'm
Chico report the news as he's reading it for the first time.
yeah,
You
man.
gotta
This is a
love it.
live show. This is us. This is what we
Oh,
do. We
that's you.
came over here. We learning together. You
This
know,
is you.
we're cooking the Thanksgiving meal as we looking at the recipe. This is how you do this. Yeah, all right, bet. Well, let's talk about something that we don't have to look at a recipe about. That's the Buffs.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
indeed. Big time win. A lot of things went on in that ball game. Chat, y'all let us know where y'all want to start at if you can fast enough. But Unc, I'll leave the door wide open for you. Or matter of fact, I'll throw it back to one of these old school bands. Who in the hell left the gate open? Come on now, you know that now.
Well, I'm gonna start at the end.
Okay,
Colorado Buffaloes won.
he ain't lying.
Like, I'm gonna tell you this, man. You could put a lot of false confidence or bravado in these different divisions and conference and FBS and FCL. It's hard as hell to win a college football game. The whoever you playing against, they got 45-pound weights in they plates in their weight room too. They prepared, they've studied, they've run, they've got strength and conditioning. And so you can't go into these situations, well, oh man, we know we're gonna do this, we know we're gonna blow this out. You got to go out there and execute and do it. And one of the things I saw, just like we talked about with this physics in boxing, our line outweighed their line by an average of 50 pounds. It was just a matter of time.
Mm,
Chico, what did I talk about on the morning run? I said the first quarter, there's going to be a lot of parity, a lot of similarities, a lot of back and forth, maybe not a lot of breakout scoring, because I don't care who you are. When you a grown ass man fighting a grown ass man, it's all equal in the beginning. But then fatigue and depth come into play, and then the talent of that depth, and that's when you begin to separate. And that's what you saw in this game. One of the things Coach Prime wanted to clean up all off season, spring ball, summer one, summer two workouts, fall camp, was we can't be the most penalized team in the Big 12. And Chico, I'm telling you this, sometimes when a goal is getting accomplished, you be like, damn, is it really working? I had to, because I keep my notes on the sideline for when I interview them at half, and I had to go double check. I was like, man, I don't think we've had a penalty in the half.
mm-hmm.
And it was so foreign, I had to go get the stat sheet and make sure, because on my notes I didn't have any. And sure enough, we played the first half of that game with 0 penalties. Second half had 4, but they were kind of sloppy situational, 4 for 40, I think it ended up being. So check that box. We proved we can play with less penalties or fewer penalties to play a half. Still got work to do. I think we got some to still get better at that tackling and open field tackling, because we gave up some big plays, some opportunities there. Still have a misplaced ball on a pass here and there, or a running back not hitting the gap as soon as he should, putting that foot down and turning up. But I think all of those things are very fixable, particularly with game reps. So I like
Mm-hmm.
the direction this team is headed. 1-1 on the season, with the first Big 12 game coming up on a short week. Not only is it Friday night, but you have to travel. It's not a home game Friday night. So we go to Houston for the first Big 12 game.
Hey, man, you said a lot there. You covered a lot right there. Let's go back a little bit
Do it.
and start off with first of all, let's give you guys the stats out there. 398 total yards for Colorado, 267 passing yards, 131 rushing yards for Colorado on the day. And like you said, uh, 0 penalties in that first half. I think you finished with 4 penalties for 40 yards total on the night. Um, so I think pretty clean ball game when you look at it as far as that goes. But when you talk about that tackling, like you said, I think the total was about 12 tackles missed on the game. And then you look back at that first game, there was virtually no tackles missed. It was just they were shooting the gaps. That's how they got so many yards. So you have something to build off of. You can say, hey man, we did great, a better job filling those gaps. Now we just have to do a better job in making those tackles. I think Coach Prime did have a tackling, a full padded, live practice this past week to kind of get that physicality down. I think that showed his head with the offensive line how physical they were. Overall, I think they'll look at that film and say we could have been even more dominant at the end of the day. So pretty happy with what they did. Running backs look good once again. Price looked like he's running the ball very well. I think he might be the surprise of the newcomers so far for Colorado as far as making plays and having an impact out there on the field. When people probably were looking at the guys in front of him, like a Michael Welch or a Dallin Hayden. So I want to ask you this up before we go on. The big question and the big thought, and everybody was looking at, of course, we saw three quarterbacks playing.
Mm-hmm.
And we also heard Coach Prime say that was part of the plan. From your perspective, from your point of view, how did you think that play? How did you think it played out? And then how did you think that affected the ball club and how they responded from it?
Won the game. That's how they responded.
Mm-hmm.
31 points. That's how they responded. And I'm not saying they're being an asshole. I'm just saying it matter of factly, like we won the game. He said from Jump Street that this was a team he wanted us to be dominant against, and in that domination, everybody should be able to get their reps. That was part of the plan. I don't think he went into it with a situation saying if somebody does this or does that, we're going to change who the starters are. That's in any situation, any position, but people were going to get, opportunities. And I think you saw some people make the most of those opportunities, particularly Ryan Staub. But we can't sit here and say that in Ryan Staub's performance that somehow Caden Salter didn't perform. I think the emotions of it, you forget Caden Salter went 6 for 6 to start the game
Exactly.
with a scoring drive. Like he didn't do
Mm-hmm.
anything wrong. He had a great game. And so clearly with Staub being the third string guy who's been there, before we all got here, so to speak, it's almost like one of the Charlie Offerdog stories. Like you want to see it work. You want to see him get those moments, and he got those moments and made the most of them. But Coach Prime went into that game saying, "I'm going to give some guys some opportunities," and that's part of being dominant. I do think he had three boxes he wanted to check this week,
Mm-hmm.
and that was discipline, being decisive, and being disruptive. I do think in a lot of ways, as much as we excelled at being disciplined, as much as we excelled at being decisive, we did not check the disruptive box as much as we checked the other two.
Mm.
Meaning we did not have the high number of sacks or the high number of tackle for losses or consistently playing the line of scrimmage pushed back on them as much as you could or would have should have compared to the other two things you checked. But when you look at the offense was able to move the ball, whichever quarterback was in. You look at the defense was able to, stop the ball. Still gave up some big plays uncharacteristic with some missed tackling. But I also think, man, what more can you ask out of special teams? And that's not just the guys kicking the ball. The whole special teams unit getting downfield.
Coverage.
Look
Yeah.
at Caleb Mathis getting down and catching that ball,
Yep.
at the 1 yard line. Like special teams is clicking. And what that is doing is putting the offense or thereby the defense in an excellent position to be successful. Last year, you have mate one kicking
Mm-hmm.
inside the 5, and they'd either run it back to the 55, or if we kept them at the 5, hell, 5 plays later, they at our 40. So it's like the special teams work last year never got to be in sync harmoniously with the other aspects of the game. But this year, what you're seeing is we pin them deep, we keep them deep.
Right.
We kick it
Yeah.
out the back, they don't get a chance to return it. So love what I'm seeing on special teams, man.
Me too, man. Also, this right here really stood out, and Coach Prime recognized this after the game. That the hustle plays running down the field. And if you look at the pregame show, you look at Well Off, you look at Reach the People Media, you'll see, if you just glimpse at it, you'll see Coach Prime and the staff emphasizing running behind the football, chasing the ball, getting at your angles. And you saw that really show up in this ball game with Jeremiah Brown running down the field, forcing a cutback, Ben Finisef forcing a fumble, which was a big time turnover after a big play from them. I saw big Jaheim Otis running down the field, making the play, a tackle about 15, 20 yards down the field. Same thing with Anquan Barnes. I think that's bred at practice. When you continue to just, rear that, put that in their heads to run after the ball and to get there, run down the field, and don't let them slack, then that's when you see plays like that. You recovering fumbles, you causing fumbles, and then you saving the touchdown, you getting points off the board. So I just want to commend those guys on that and continue to practice like that because that's going to show up once again later on in the season, I think.
Well, with anything in life, Chico, when you're dealing with people, especially young people, they have to see to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Chico, even yourself, brilliant as you are, you still had to go touch that pot to see how hot it was. Because Big Mama told you it was hot, but you and her might didn't have the same definition of hot. So you still took your little black ass in there and touched it. And then you didn't do it no more. But one of the
Right.
things they've always done consistently throughout fall camp is have get to the ball drills.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another thing to tell people this is going to pay off. Hey, this is why we do this. And there's a whole nother thing for it to happen. And you see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Go back to that first original, since we old folks on here, Karate Kid. I ain't talking about that Will Smith stuff. I'm talking
Song
about
like so.
Machio back in the day. Thought he was painting the fence till he started blocking punches.
Mm.
He thought he was waxing the car until he started blocking punches. Like at some point, your labor has to produce a result, and it's that result that makes the light bulb go, man, I got to stick doing this. This worked. And so when you see a guy running back going 60 yards downfield, almost in a straight line, and two guys who are on the opposite hash come all the way across the field and catch him, which is about 100 yards of effort. JB made him break back in, and then Ben was there to do the peanut punch, which is another thing they work on. It was like, okay, guys, these coaches ain't bullshitting us. This stuff really can happen if you hustle to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And what does success breed, Chico? I tell you, because you might get it wrong. Success breeds success. Success leads to more success. Money leads to money, Chico. Let me tell you what's going to happen if you find $1 on the street. If you find $1 on the street and put it in your pocket, within 24 hours, that dollar going to be next to another dollar somewhere. Whether it's in the store cash register, whether it's in your piggy bank, whether it's at the movie theater, that dollar going to find another dollar.
You ain't lying.
That same thing with success. Once you get a taste of it, now, let me tell you this. You're going to have to put a shot collar on JB and Ben to keep them from getting to the ball.
I'm telling you.
Because they done got a taste of it now. Their blood, they done taste their success. They got to have it now.
Yeah.
And then when the other people see the accolades that come from, I got to get to the ball too.
I
I'm
got
gone.
hey, because ain't nothing in between you. That's a classic saying, never air an opportunity.
Yep.
Right? Ain't nothing stopping you from getting to the
Just
ball.
effort.
Just a little bit of effort, big dog. Just a
Yep.
little bit of effort. Sure. I broke up with a girl back in the day because she ain't showed no effort at one point.
Man, boy, man, Danny.
Bad too.
Yeah, Danny.
Hurt my heart. Why could you
You
just
had
show
to
a
do it.
little
You had
effort?
to do it though. You had to do it.
Had
Well,
to
no
make that.
effort.
No effort, big dog. Oh, Lord.
You know, I had to tell the man like Mike Singletary told him. I get penalized. Won't do it. Can't do it.
I see you, Reverend BJ, and everybody else putting circles in the chat. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Big Alexander McPherson, big number 98. Guess what? Guess who was holler his name when he first showed up at camp in the spring and things of that nature?
I'm sure you.
I'm giving you props. It was Uncle Damn Neely.
I know that it was, but I'm sure, like you take credit for a lot of shit. So I was like, just to say you.
This man here ain't got he don't stop.
I mean, no. In the heat of battle.
He don't stop.
In
You
the
got
heat of controversy. No, he's good.
it.
This ninja don't miss.
Yeah, man. Shout out to McPherson though. He got back there, got him a punt. He got him a good tackle from on the other side of the field from hustling. He
Yeah.
stood out a few plays, man. And he's such a shoot. Let me see a right word to say around Uncle Neely. Can I say specimen?
No,
Like
man,
a
he is.
yeah.
That dude, he looks the part.
He looks his hand
Like
apart,
like
dog.
like him. This don't work for him and Quincy Wiggins. They can go to WWE.
As a tag team too. I'll be the manager.
No shit.
Wouldn't
No,
that work?
they. I'm gonna tell you this, and there's two conversations I want to tell you about.
For real.
And let me preface with, I ain't taking credit for my conversation. It's just something that happened by chance. But a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, because we hadn't played a game yet, Coach Prime had pulled McPherson to the side and said, "Hey man, where's the guy that showed up just before the bowl game? Because you remember he got here early, so he got to practice. He couldn't play."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, when we practiced at University of Texas, San Antonio, UTSA, that dude was a wrecking machine, man. He's like, "Man, we got to get that guy back. That guy didn't know he was a freshman. Now that we done got to camp and all this, you kind of yielding to these other guys, like showing them seniority, man. Like, you ain't got to do that,
Mm.
dog. You be you."
Yeah.
And so fast forward through camp, just so happened, man, I get on the elevator just a couple days before the game. I asked him how he was feeling. He said he's feeling good. And I said, "Man, you should be one of the biggest cheerleaders on the bench, firing the guys up." And he said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Yeah, dog, because the better they do, they gonna come out the game and you gonna get your chance.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be doing everything you can to encourage them to have a great game, because the greater their game, the more reps you gonna end up getting."
Right.
And sure enough, man, out there on special teams, uh, the punter, made a mistake and he capitalized off that mistake
Exactly.
and was all hustle play, man. And again, get to the ball. He
All
got to the
hustle play.
ball, and they work on a drill, Chico. You done it too because you play special teams as a tight end. There's a certain way you reach the block so you make sure you don't hit the kicker.
And he did it perfectly too.
Perfectly.
He did it
All
perfectly.
ball. All
Yeah.
ball flew across the body, had nowhere near where the guy could fake fall and spin and say, "Oh, he hit me."
Yeah.
Perfect execution.
That's not the
And
big.
it's something that they work on. So when I saw Ben and JB get down the field, call a turnover, something they work on. When I saw McPherson do that, something they work on. What you just see is that it's starting to come together.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, another thing that you work on at practice that guys work on is adjustments. Whether it's side adjustments, whether it's hand signals, whether it's you see this, you got to make that automatic adjustment. But you saw Staub, and if you watch well off media video, you will see it slow down in there. But you saw Staub in the post game. He said that he called those go routes to Sincere Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to go up top and get them. And that's based off of the coverage. If the guy come up in your face, in certain routes, then you go deep. You don't run that hitch route. And with him giving him a hand signal and he doing it and they connecting on it, I think that shows that confidence in the guy, but also to be on the same page and to do that at practice, and it shows up in the game also.
I'm gonna tell you this, Chico. Um, spot on. Spot on. Amen. But here's where I give Staub like some extra stars on the helmet. I think y'all forgot, because of the success that later happened. Y'all forgot them first two passes.
Mm-hmm.
First pass, batted down.
Yep. Other
Second
one nearly
pass,
intercepted.
intercepted my ass, a pick six interception. Like, the reason that dude dropped it because he was gone. Like, and so way to calm. Now keep in mind, now you're the third string quarterback. You were told 3 days that you're gonna get opportunity two, and you go out there, your first ball batted, and your second ball is could have, would have, should have been a pick six, and you
And you
steady
still,
yourself enough to say, got a mismatch over there. They got 6'5" and running 4-3, and single high safety going the other way. He need to do a go route, not a hitch.
yeah.
Like, that's where I give Staub the props, because everything else he did, as Coach Prime said, I see him doing it in practice. So that's, this is no surprise that he could do it. We've seen him do it. That's why he's on the team. That's why he, services the scout team and gives us the look and all that kind of stuff. He knows what he's doing. But to be able to be like, woosah. Because what happens, Chico, for the most part, you've been there, man. You've been the starting tight end, and the quarterback go out and the other quarterback come in. The first play be a damn run play.
Mm-hmm.
The second play be a damn run play. Because you try to
Exactly.
get them settled in.
Yeah.
His first two passes were F's.
He still said, "I'm him,"
Yeah,
and
that's
ran to
that's
the
that's.
sideline and had the attitude to say that it's my time. It's my
Mm-hmm.
time now. And just to have that, mindset, dog, man, shout out to him, man. Once again, and then Coach Prime on the sideline, you see on well off, going to him and looking him right in the eyes and say, "Hey, man, we believe in you. I believe in you.
You wouldn't
Look
be
at
out
your
there if you
teammates.
didn't.
They believe in you."
Wouldn't be out there if you didn't. One thing that
But
happens like every morning, Chico, in the team meetings, and I'm talking about staff included. I don't care if it's trainers, camera people. I don't care who you are. Coach
yeah,
Prime would stand up in front of that room at least two or three times a week and say, "If you are in this room, it's because I believe in you. I believe you bring something to the table that's going to help us be a championship program. You would not be in here standing against the wall, sitting in a chair over in the corner. You would not be allowed in here if I didn't think you was helping us."
and that is not the status quo of coaches. Just in case a lot of people think that that's that everybody does that. Everybody don't do that, dog.
Mm-mm.
No.
And
So to have
then
your
let's
coach do that, especially your head coach,
with Chico, I want to go a little deeper. Not just a head coach. It's a head coach with a gold jacket.
right?
It's a head coach who, without argument, was the best person ever in his position. And then
Mhm.
we can debate whether he was the top three that's ever done it, period, regardless of
Period.
position.
Right.
And so when he's stamping you, and then I take it personal myself. Like here
Yeah.
I am, trying to build this little media consortium. And this dude did 14 years at the NFL Network. This is the dude who interviewed Marshawn Lynch at the Super Bowl and got him to say, "I'm just about that action, boss."
Yep. About
Like
that
he
action.
know the camera. He know me. So if he tell me, "No, Neely, you doing good work," you damn right. I'm be like, "Yeah, yeah, hell yeah." Because
That's
a
what's
dude
up.
that's stamped and certified is saying,
Talking
they
great
just,
for you.
yeah,
Yeah. It holds weight. It's the same way when they talk about I think Michael Irvin was telling Shannon Sharp that, hey man, listen, these players take it a little bit different when you say it. Anybody else
absolutely,
out there can say it, but when you
absolutely,
say it, it holds weight because you got the gold jacket, Shannon.
absolutely.
It's real.
Period, point blank.
Period. Point blank. Shouts out to all the special teamers. Is what I'm trying to say. That is Alejandro Mata, Darren Graves, even Hawkins got down there and recovered one of those punts. Let me see here. Caleb Mathis, Isaiah Hodge. Want to give a shout out to him too. Um, shoot, Jeremiah Brown coming through, making that play on the other side of the ball. Martavius French making a couple big plays out there. Reggie Hughes made some plays. Shouts out to all those guys, man.
Dog,
Taufik
so I want
Bayer.
you while you stop right there real quick, Chico. Stop
Yeah.
real quick on that
Bring it.
linebacker room.
Mm-hmm.
First, let me say Yvet to my sister in arms, Yvet Porter. I totally agree. But
I don't care what
not only that, Yvet, no matter who he imitate,
he
Shannon
sound like.
comes out. Like he is so immersed in Shannon Sharp. You could tell him to imitate his mama, and he gonna
Come on,
start off with a
dog.
lady voice and then
He,
go Shannon. Shannon gonna come out every damn time. Having said that, linebacker room, and it will be. I told you so, Mama Chico. I told you this linebacker room is deep and talented. When you look at what French did that first game, Reggie Hughes did that first game. I think like 10 solo tackles. And then look at what other guys did. What they got. Look at I think with Jeremiah Brown was probably eight solo tackles somewhere in there.
and did a hell of a job once he got in there. He didn't come in there like, oh damn, I didn't start. I went here first. He came in that mug and wrecked shop, let y'all know his name.
Rex Shop.
Yeah,
Love it. I
yeah.
love it.
Wasn't waiting on it. He went and got it. Shouts out to him.
Mm.
Shouts out to Ben and all them other guys.
And that's what that girl you broke up with. That's why you cut her loose. She was waiting on it. She was supposed to go get it. She didn't give you no effort, Chico. You had to let her go.
Okay, no, yeah. She was waiting on it to come
I'm in
through.
a timeout for a second. Let me talk to the chat for a second.
Here he go,
Just,
dog.
just,
Come on.
just put me on the screen,
We
Chico.
got
Let me
Arlie
put you.
wait. We
No,
got
I
Arlie in
ain't
the
saying
back
it.
waiting.
In the words of King Joffrey Joffer, let her wait.
Yeah. I'm talking to my son.
Let me talk to my chat for a second, Chico. Come on, you get off, get off, get off.
Let you talk to her. Go ahead.
Chat. This man tells us a story. My God, the Buffalo Bills came back and won. Damn, Baltimore. Oh, I get to that in a second.
Damn.
This man tells us a story why he had to let a girl go because of effort. I repeat his story and compliment him, and he get mad.
I thought
And
you
about
was
to
going
tell me that
somewhere else.
didn't happen.
41-40 Buffalo win over the Ravens.
I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
We'll talk about that, man. We got top 10 uh, supporters in the chat right now. We'll make sure we give a shout out to you guys.
Yeah,
All the
this I,
super
I tell
chats
you, I
will
gotta
be
admit,
read.
Chico. I gotta admit, Chico. I've been enjoying this Sunday night live with you, but over here to the side, I've been watching this Baltimore Buffalo game.
Mm.
Dog, how you do that? I'm reminded of John Starks, New York Knicks, when Reggie Miller scored them 9 points in under 9 seconds, and John Starks said, "Did this man just did this? Did
What a
this man
comeback.
just did this? Oh, they came back all right."
Man.
Like 41-40 final, Buffalo. One of those Baltimore 0-1. Baltimore's leading here like damn near the whole game and like in easy control. Derrick Henry's probably around 200 damn yards. Like it was, but the final score is
32
what
yard,
matters.
32-yard field goal when the clock running out. Big time. Shout out to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I think we'll see these teams meet later on in the
Oh,
playoffs or something
absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely.
We're going to talk
All
about
right,
some
yeah.
entertainment.
We done made it way long. We done made it way long enough.